This summer, Rachel and I decided to do some mini adventures. Now, mini adventures is something that can be accomplished in an afternoon, an hour, an evening, something that's short and easy to go out and see and explore and learn and discover. We decided we were going to do mini adventures to help us get out and about in Delhi this hot season.
We're an American family living in India. We love food, film, language, culture, and making new friends. Join our adventures from America to India and beyond.
This is an old gateway. The gardens have been repurposed back in the 70s to be artist studios. So this is our mini adventure. We wanted to see if we could find it, and let's go see if we see any artists. So this is the book by Lucy Peck, Delhi, 1,000 Years of Building. We've been looking through this book and just finding cool little places to go and find. So we wanted to find this artist studio. In the book by Lucy Peck, she says it's in east of Kailash. So I tell our auto driver, okay, it's in east of Kailash next to this road and this road, like on the corner where these two roads are, is where we want to go. So we kind of drive around, stops and asks this fruit seller on the side of the road, this old guy. And this guy, so it's so surprising. He knew exactly what we wanted to find, he knew it was an art academy. He also spoke Hindi and English, and he was old and a fruit seller. You just never know. I'm always surprised by who knows where you want to go and who doesn't know where you want to go. Thanks to this guy, we were able to find it. So when we got there, then my auto driver is like, oh, this place is called Neem Chowk, also Gari Village, like Gari Gaon. What to say next time we want to come to this place. But it was super fun. One day we were driving along in the auto, and the auto had to merge over to the right. And as I looked to see why we were merging over to the right, were we passing a car? Was there something in the road? It was a grave halfway in the road. I'm not sure what the correct word is to call this. I say a grave, but it could be a shrine. It could be called a tomb. I'm not really sure. Ever since the first time I saw it, I've been wanting to go back. So that was one of our mini adventures. We went to go visit this grave. Due to urban expansion, I'm sure that the road was widened, and therefore that was a problem, that they had to squeeze this grave into the road. We could not find out any information as to who might be buried there. I thought perhaps there might be a caretaker in charge of collecting donations, but there was nobody there. So you can see Babaji as he rests in eternal peace with the cars going by foot of his grave. On another mini adventure, I got my regular auto driver to take us driving around India Gate. There's a special place in my heart for India Gate. It is tourist trap. People selling you balloons, bubbles, toys that are attached to a rubber band that you can shoot up in the air and then they come back down. Then there's ladies going around trying to do henna on your hand. Somebody going to be tugging on your sleeve, trying to sell you something, for sure. But India Gate is quintessential Delhi, and it is the first tourist destination that I went to after moving to Delhi. For this reason, it holds a special place in my heart, and it's always interested me ever since I saw India Gate and Rang De Basanti with Amir Khan. It's always stuck in my mind as a special place near the heart of New Delhi. Around India Gate, they have some lovely parks. Lots of trees, grass. It's a great place to have a picnic. So it really is gorgeous. And then you've got a road called the Raj Path, and it runs the length from India Gate all the way to the president's house. So I had my regular auto driver drive me around so that I could take footage of India Gate and then also the president's house a little bit and the Raj Path. My friend Mia put together an elephant riding expedition. She invited around 15 families to pitch in to have an elephant ride. Satya has never ridden an elephant, so it was her first time riding an elephant. Ford and I had ridden an elephant up to the fort on our trip to Jaipur. I will say that Lonely Planet had put a disclaimer saying that you should not ride the elephant up to the fort because of animal rights. But we did it. Pushed all thoughts of PETA out of our mind and rode the elephant up to the fort. Then in 2011, when we vacationed in Thailand, we were handed a brochure about the treatment of elephants, how they're trained, etc., etc. So Ford really took that on and said, okay, we should not ride elephants. So we did not. On our several trips to Thailand, thus far we have never ridden an elephant. But when my friend Mia came up with the program, I happily joined in. Satya had never ridden an elephant, Rohan had never ridden an elephant, so we did.
Ford came along expressly to film. I have to put this disclaimer in that Ford in no way condones the riding of elephants and therefore the taming and treatment of them in order for people to ride them. He was there only because I asked him to come and film our elephant mini adventure. Just so you know, the Surfing Violinist is against the harm of elephants. I mean, there is something to driving down the street and there's an elephant walking down your street. That's not going to happen in America. Okay, so part of our adventure it is now 9 o'clock when we're supposed to show up to ride the elephant, and we now have to find a different location. There are lots of policemen around Lodi Gardens and they said that we can't do it there. So I'm waiting for my friend Mia to find a different place and then call us back to ride the elephant. There's definitely a BJP event, possibly featuring Mr. Modi himself.
It is always usually important, and it is more important this time because it's the first one after they have won the polls. So the national council meet is like huge, and this time Modi will be there. Yeah, for the last couple of yes, and what for the last couple of times it had been Advani, and Advani would be heading it, but this time the main speech, the key speech will be by Modi. We are waiting for the elephant and we can see him or her. So it's like on a service road.
He was quite interested.
What do you think of that? What is that? That's a hathi, just like on your shirt. Mm-hmm. What do you think of the elephant?
His name is Raja, and they only use him for rides. They don't use him for taking commodities and stuff. And he's 40-year-old, and he eats only sugarcane and 5 quintal, bhaiya? 5 quintal? 5 quintal sugarcane. That's 500 kgs, right? So that much sugarcane every day. So they give him some at home, and some they carry with them, and he can eat while walking. So it's good for them.
Well, he does pujas and stuff as well.
Puja on Ganesh, during Ganesh pujas,
Oh, okay.
he is used as the god.
What do you think of the elephant?
Yeah, nice.
Well, I sure hope we're at the right stand. It says Bombay Bhel Puri, and that was the one that I read on Zomato.com, and that was the one that was reviewed, and it's supposed to be really, really good. So if we continue driving around South X2 and find another Bombay Bhel Puri wala, well, I guess we'll have to stop. Snack number 1.
I've been craving this for like 3 months. Emoticonometer. Let's see it. What do you think, kiddo? Alright, so now we have saved Puri. So the difference being that this one has these biscuit cracker kind of things underneath. And that has the puffed rice.
It's quite good. It's a little spicy. You said it was not spicy.
I know. I was like, oh, it's not so spicy.
And actually, it's not. My first bite was very spicy. I must have bit into something.
Yeah, you
And
must have.
that, it's been quite good. And I just want to keep eating it,
So good.
I think this is my favorite.
Oh, put up a nice shade for us because it is a blazing hot day to be doing this, guys.
Hot.
There are no clouds. Woo. Ever since coming to India, I have wanted to fly kites. On Independence Day, it is traditional to do kite flying. So this was my 3rd Independence Day in India and I had not yet flown a kite, so I really wanted to fly a kite. Our friend Debashree put together a program to fly kites. So we went over to her house and used her rooftop to fly kites. Her friend Neil was good enough to come over and help tie the kites and get them ready and actually do most of the kite flying for us since we were pretty clueless. Satya wasn't exactly so into the whole kite flying thing. Rohan, well, he enjoyed walking around on the roof. I really, really enjoyed it, even though I really hardly did any kite flying, but actually I was really much happier just to watch as Neil flew the kites and then just enjoy the show. It's kind of like 4th of July in America, you have fireworks, and I love watching fireworks show. I don't want to be the one doing the fireworks, but I will happily sit and watch the show. I was really thankful when Debashree and Neil put this together for us so that we could fly kites on Independence Day. Hold on, wait, I'll show you what you're making.
Pakoda.
This cup says Bhel chai, like rain chai.
Chai that you have in the rain.
Yes.
And it's raining season now.
So then it says